It just disconnected of its own volition. I think we're back.
Yeah, I'm seeing people move around
yes.
on the. Hey, we're back.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Sorry about that. It was just a little blip.
So I'll say that it's a risky maneuver. You don't really know if will respond to this kind of thing, but
Okay.
I will say that if it does work, you're good at it. It'll be a standard effect.
All right.
So this will be 2 ticks on the.
Would you say I have an intimate relationship with Fitz?
Intimate? In that you know him well enough? I guess so. Yes.
Sweet. I mean, we're coworkers.
Mm-hmm. Done a few things together now.
Right. So you said it's a risky position.
Risky standard.
Standard effect.
If Tachi were to go over and start begging Fitz donuts, would it like sufficiently distract him to like not be thinking about what he's responding to, kind of thing?
I mean, I don't know if that would like help with the flirting, of which I am trying to do.
Oh, sorry. I'm completely misreading what that means.
All right. But I think the dog angle is good for the other. Like, I think we should hold on to that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Make that roll.
I will. I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's not like super flirty, but he pats you twice on the leg and says, "See, a little bit of socializing and nice drink. This is good for people who work together. Thank you, Magda." And I'll add that'll be a couple of notches on the thing. Oop, there we go. So when you're not, liberating my the objects I'm selling, what do you all get up to? Takes another sip. Wow, double whiskey is very good.
We assist teaching, we do our research, we have tea with friends.
No, I mean, what do you do for fun? That was all just an aspect of your work.
Research can be fun.
Yeah, no, but I mean, what do you do for real fun?
Would you like to go have some real fun?
That really depends on what you're talking about.
Well, I know.
I make my own hours, so it's not like I'm on the clock.
I know Tana likes to go and game.
Oh, no! I like to keep my money nice and safe. I'm no good at that. I'm no good at that stuff.
What? Well, I usually read at my family's restaurant, or spend time with my friends here. Personally.
He takes another sip and he says, "Well, I don't know what I would have expected from a bunch of university employees, I guess. Oh, I read and sometimes I hang out with my friends."
Sahar goes over to where, like, just a mess of a table with, like, tinkering stuff, and is like, what about, ghost objects? Is that, I mean, that's what you do all the time, so maybe that still work for you, but I think it's very interesting. And you see, we are currently, see this structure over here, we have modified it, and we have put the ghost in here instead, and we are trying to accommodate it in a more reasonable fashion. And does that sound interesting?
So Fitz is like, the ghost is here. You have the ghost in this room, and he starts like backing up.
God damn it!
the chair squeaks back a little bit.
Maybe we should go out on the town.
I'm comfortable here, and the whiskey the double whiskey starting to hit him.
It's fine. The ghost is perfectly maintained.
Yes, we in fact
I'm gonna need
working-
someone to try and convince him because he's very nervous. And
I mean,
he's poured more booze from his booze into the tea.
more booze into his boozy booze.
Into his boozy booze. It's triple booze now.
It's like negative 10% tea.
I mean, I have
It's vaguely tea flavored.
I have 2 points in sway, so I can keep seduce him.
Yes, I like rub his shoulder, like put your hand on his upper arm.
Sorry, I'm dying at Jake in the chat.
Booze and
Booze and booze.
Booze and booze. Yep, that's us.
That's
so good.
That's our fun name for ourselves.
That's on Fitz's
That's
business
our
card.
episode title. Booze and booze.
Yeah, I can roll sway if any.
Oof.
I can't sway. I can show off the ghost objects some more if you want. That's I can yell at him a little bit.
Yes, I got no sway.
I know what I'll do is I lean back and I start polishing what's the remaining gun sidearm that I have, and I'm like, don't worry about the ghost. If anything happens,
Okay. So if you want to do a sway roll, Magda, that's good. You'll get an extra die from the gun being brandished.
Okay.
But he is like pale as a ghost. His hands, sorry, pale as a ghost. I guess that's fine. Yes,
Was
he's
that not
pale as a
intentional?
ghost because of the ghost. It was unintentional, yeah. And he is shaking. So we're gonna say that he's not. This is gonna be a desperate,
Okay.
a desperate action. But
He asked what we did for fun. I was just being honest.
it's gonna be a desperate action
God.
with standard.
We could have gone out for drinks.
So I have 2 bonus dice because I have an intimate relationship with him, and also
One from Tana.
Tana has a gun.
Yeah. To help, I think you need to provide. You need to take a stress.
Oh, does she need to do
Tana.
a roll or a stress? I mean, she doesn't have to. I have 3 dice already, so.
Tana maxed out stress.
I mean, I've got a little bit of wiggle room, but I might need that for
Yeah,
score.
it's all right.
You think you're good?
I mean, I had 3 dice and I rolled a 6, so I'm feeling okay. I think I'll like lean a little more close to him and say like, don't worry, it's perfectly fine. Maybe like put a hand on his face so I can like look him in the eye. I crit.
Oh my god, that was real good.
I think this is our first crit of all of the game. Okay. So yeah, you do it with increased effect, which is great. So yeah, describe exactly again what you do so I can react in the appropriate way.
So she's sitting on the arm of his chair, and I think she like kind of like leans in a little closer to him and like takes a hand and like puts it on the side of his face to like turn it towards her so she can look him in the eye and say like, don't worry, the ghost is perfectly maintained. You're perfectly safe here.
And he his paleness turns to like flushed cheeks, and he looks at you, and then he lets out a long sigh. Says, "I'm sorry. You're the experts on this here. Should have known. I should have known. And if anyone can handle speaking to Lanius Welker, it could be you. It could be all of you. I don't want you going elsewhere with your business, you know?" And I'm filling up the Fitz don't want to talk about it because now he sort of want to talk about it.
The mix of booze and flirting. Booze and flirting.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh well, You're always going to be our first choice, no matter who we go to.
Well, that's a relief. Still somewhat shaky hand brings up the tea glass. Well, let's call it what it is, the whiskey cup to his mouth, and takes a swig. So where did you hear about Laudius Welker?
Honest friend.
Hannah's spy friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't exactly want to say that.
Before I forget, Magda, mark an XP because you took a desperate action.
Oh,
You mark the XP in the
in the
appropriate
results.
stat. Yeah. I mean, he's not hard to find, but most people avoid talking about him entirely. What he's doing is just dangerous, you know.
You mean collecting ghosts?
Collecting as many ghosts as he has. I would imagine, Sahar, if you were to go anywhere near his home in Crowsfoot, you it would be like having a phonograph blasting loud music in each ear. The ghost field is so warped around his home because of the amount of containment that he needs.
How does he deal with that? Is he feels fine in there?
Oh, he's gotten used to it, I suppose, or he's, he's always come across as someone who isn't as attuned to the spectral field as some. So perhaps this is his sort of way of trying to be a big man about it. He always wanted to be more spiritually connected or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, he's able to spend time there, been unharmed, at least physically, so far. I think he channels the energy from the ghosts he's collected back into keeping them contained. It's like a loop. It seems like a bad idea.
Oh, that is curious.
That sounds like it could go really wrong very quickly.
Hella sketch.
He's been operating for several years with little to no trouble, but it's an any day now kind of thing, you know.
And why does he collect the ghosts?
Oh, it's pure ego. It's pure doing it because he can.
Isn't it always?
Well, present company, myself excluded.
Of course.
Most collectors tend to do it because they just want to show off. I've heard he does private viewings from time to time. Just to remind the more kooky residents that he's doing something no one else dared do.
Or is stupid enough to.
Well, yeah, obviously he won't frame it that way.
It's why do you do it?
I just have always been the giving sort. I want people to get their hands on the things they want to get their hands on. And there's a bit of adventure to it. That chance to get something that you're not supposed to, it's a taboo kind of thing. Surely you've been feeling a little bit of that yourselves.
Ghosts aren't even really a problem in Aruvia, so it is unusual. I don't know. That's why I came here.
I more mean the robberies that you.
Oh, that's just a side effect of of needing to save people from their own ghost stupidities.
I mean, I can't
Right.
say that I dislike it.
A little bit of honesty. A little bit of honesty never hurts. Yeah,
Brings
it's
me back
fun.
to my childhood.
Why do something if it's not a little bit fun? Right?
I completely agree. That's why I got into this field.
So I've talked about Laudius a little bit. Why is it that you want to meet him?
For research purposes, I thought you didn't want to talk about.
Well, I mean, you're my friend, and I'd hate to not be the best support I could be for the goings on, you know? Sure, it seems like a referral to a competitor, but whenever I do that, they always come back to me after. I'm the one who made the referral, after all. So,
Y'all think this is a good time for Tachi to start projection? Loses this track of thought.
Yeah, so we don't have to give too
Yeah.
many details about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Seems like a
I
good
agree.
time.
It's
Yeah.
Tachium.
as long as
Touch him.
as long as as long as you can assure me that you're not going to endanger yourselves. And he's like starting to get real kind of melty in the chair. Assuming
Tachi, like, this is when Tachi comes up and she wags her tail and looks at him with puppy eyes, like, and then like looks at donuts and looks at him.
I always thought you were kind of dangerous, but and
She's
he
a
like
big softie.
he leans in and he's like, oh.
He like sniffs the donuts, like,
He's doing a private showing in a few days. I coming around on the collector's underground. I'll get you some tickets. And he like leans in and like, "Whoa, whoa." Not you though. You can't go. No, you daughter can't go to ghost house. No. So the rest of your tea time is mostly dog talk, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
And he like stands up, tries to give Magda a hug.
She'll yeah.
Okay. It's not like gross, but it's very sloppy.
It's
and
like a drunk person
It's a
hug.
drunk, drunk person
Yeah.
hug.
It's more like weepy than ill-meaning. Like,
yeah, just like I love you guys.
We'll have to go out for drinks the next time.
Oh, I insist. He like stumbles out. Yeah, so a rip-roaring a success, pardon me, and a little excess, I guess.
Hachi's actually our secret weapon.
Yeah, so you have collected some information now, and he will provide you with some tickets, which will give us your social in, I guess.
So it's like a ghost viewing party? Like
It's
a
like-
collector's like
it's like someone who has a
gala,
private.
like, or...
It's like a person who has a private gallery in their home. You know, they'll
it's like a
throw
private
little
art
dinner.
collection or something.
Yeah, and no, things aren't for sale necessarily, but it's just like come
Showing
look at all
off,
the cool
kind
things
of like
you don't
Fitz
have.
mentioned that Laudius in particular is the kind of person to be like, look what I did that no one else can do, and I have the most of everything.
It's exactly it. So the other piece of information you got is that he's in Crowsfoot, which is neighboring to Charter Hall. If you look at the map, but it's kind of, and he's right on the edge of Crowsfoot, which is Crowsfoot is the worst part of town. It is the most overrun by gangs, criminals, and it's just constantly turf wars happening there. It's also because of all the violence there, the most haunted part of town.
Oh, it's the most.
But I'm very familiar with this area because that's where I go for my gambling.
Okay, good. So you do have a bit of a guide, and he's on the Charter Hall side of it. So you're not like going right into the center of danger, but you do. It does explain why he's set up there
The hive of
because
scum and villainy.
yeah, but also lots of ghosts.
Yeah.
So I think we should do a social thing because he mentioned he has a really big ego, and like, how do you like telling people that you're gonna name a lecture series after them
Ooh, that's really smart.
is like extremely ego stroking.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
like for like high up fancy folk, right?
Yeah,
Like,
like
Yeah.
the Loudest Welker ghost lectures.
yeah,
So
that's super fancy.
we've got the score. We're gonna dive right into it. Um. So first of all, everyone decide on their loadouts.
Like,
No. What was that? What's the loadout? I
On
wasn't
your
here for the
sheet-
last time.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Sorry, yeah.
Oh right. This
So-
is your
So-
first. Oh, this is your first actual.
So
Yeah.
on your character sheet,
Yes. Is it
right
the-
under your name, it says load, and there's 3 for light, 5 for normal, and 6 for heavy. And what that means is the number of things that you can like check off on your item list.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like you don't actually pick which items you're taking with you. You pick a general description of the amount that you're taking with you, and then
Mhm.
during the score, you decide like,
Okay.
oh, it would have been really good if I had, brought this
Yeah.
crowbar of mine, and then you would mark it down, crowbar, and that takes 1 pip of your load, whatever.
So
Okay.
you have specialty things that are just the spiders, which are in the light gray box, and then also everyone has access to the stuff that's in the white box.
Okay.
So you'll be able to choose from anything. Anything that's italic actually doesn't take up a load because it's light enough. And anything that's fine, which we haven't really paid close attention to, but if it's a fine cover identity or fine bottle of whiskey, or in this case, you're going to get extra result or a better result or an extra die depending on the situation when you're using that stuff. So keep that in mind.
Oh, interesting. Because my guns are all labeled fine.
Yeah. So you'll be getting a increased kind of results.
And so I really need to get my other gun back.
Yeah, you might have to make one or tinker with
What
one.
happened to your other gun?
I left it behind.
Was the price that was paid for,
Well, at least we're all safe.
for stuff happening. It stuff happened.
Okay.
Mm.
So everyone's
So-
picked their load.
Yeah, I
Yep.
want like.
Wait, what does it mean to get like what does it take to pick a one?
So a light load is you don't like look out of the ordinary. It's just like an everyday person what they're carrying.
Mhm.
A normal mode or normal load is where like you might have, I think it's like where you have like your backpack or something, like you're not looking out of place, but it's also like you're carrying a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. You
and
might
then
have some light armor on or something.
Yeah, and then the heavy load is like, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I think I'll take the light load.
Yeah, I think since we're doing a social.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
I am Tachi is gonna come, and just like last time, she'll just be hanging out outside, kind of keeping a lookout.
So Tachi is actually weirdly enough an item, right?
Yeah, but she's an italics item, so
Yeah.
she doesn't actually count.
So you could decide not to bring her, and then suddenly she's there.
That's true.
Oh.
You
Because it might be a little.
we got Tachi in beforehand.
Yeah.
we do a flashback to where we stashed
We
her in a
smuggled
box.
Tachi.
We like
You
stashed
just
her in a
keep it.
box that got like pushed in.
You just pull her out of the pocket on your coat.
Okay.
So
that's
it's not.
point.
Yeah, it's not like a necessity to
Yeah.
say that she's with you, because it might be a little strange showing up to this thing with a dog.
Well, like
maybe.
I was gonna say, like last time where she was like just chilling on the outside, kind
Okay.
of.
Sure. I understand that you want to keep her around, so I'm not gonna. If you want her around, that's cool. Oh, and if you have anything that's been chosen on a previous job, you can uncheck it. Yeah. Okay. So we have our social connection. Fitz has set you up with invites to, and he hasn't. Unless you were against this concept, I mean, he was setting it up for you. He hasn't created any subterfuge. He has just said 4 university, 4 people from the university are interested in seeing your collection, and here are their names. So your real names have been given, and your ultimate goals haven't been spoiled because Fitz doesn't know that because he got dog distracted. But yeah, so there isn't any like code names or anything like that going on. That's already you.
That makes sense.
That's how Fitz would have done it default wise. Okay. So he's your social connection, and we can basically just jump right into the old engagement role.
You said we're heading into Crowsfoot, right?
That's right.
Right across from. Sorry, I finally found the map. Across from Charter Hall.
It should share a side with Charter Hall.
Yeah.
There's bridges that kind of connect places.
So engagement roll?
Yeah, an engagement.
How do we
roll.
do that?
There's a button.
It starts with a die for sheer luck, and then you can get major advantages and major disadvantages. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I would say yes. The fact that Fitz is recommending, like a competitor is recommending him, you to him and helping get from one collector to another, I'd say that's an extra die.
Okay.
And are any of your friends or contacts providing aid or insight? Yes, Fitz set this up for you, so that's an extra +1.
Okay.
I have a. I guess I can do that later. Never mind.
So you've got 3 dice right now. Is there anything that anyone wants to add or suggest? Might be an advantage.
I have. Gosh, I don't know if I feel like because we heard that it's such a very ghosty area, and it's like I have ghost mind, which means I have like supernatural connection to the presence of entities and any useful I have an additional dice when gathering info about the supernatural, so I don't know if that would help us at all in going in.
Yeah, gathering information is what you were doing
before
leading up to this. Yeah. So that factored into anything that your investigation. And
one of Milan's friends, in fact, his only friend here outside of the party, is Jenna, a servant. And I was wondering if he keeps a full-time staff or if he has like itinerant staff, like some people come and some people go. And if
I'm going to say that he doesn't have any staff whatsoever.
Oh.
Very private setup.
Okay, then no, I don't have anything else.
Okay, so it looks to me
3 dice?
Yeah, but it's only going to be 2. There's a secret
Okay.
There's a secret disadvantage happening.
Okay.
Looking at the list, I think there would be someone who might be interfering.
Okay.
So so 2.
Rolled a 5.
5. Pretty
Okay,
good.
so that means you start in a risky position. So which is the standard, which is where scoundrels operate best. So you have been sitting in a sort of side lounge inside of Lanius's home. There were about a dozen people that showed up at various times, but you 4 were specifically put aside into kind of like a little reading room. It's like your room, but more cramped. Your office, but much more cramped, and a lot less focus on comfort. There's just like wooden chairs up against the wall. The place is nice-ish, especially for Crowsfoot, but his mansion is fairly dilapidated compared to.
It looks like he has no people working there.
If you thought he had staff, you definitely don't think it anymore because no one's taking care of this dump. So it has kind of the grandeur of Charter Hall, but like it's been decaying for a century or something. And so, yeah, you start in this room. You barely got to talk to Lonius. He said that he would come back to you. And you're all sitting in this room. The door is sort of a little bit ajar. And Sahar, your ears are ringing. What's everybody doing?
Having a headache, apparently.
I'm pacing back and forth.
I am partaking in refreshments.
What are everyone's attune scores? Just to
Zero.
Yeah, 0.
Equal 0.
Okay.
Two.
So you three are yeah, I know yours. So yeah, so you three aren't struggling that much. It would be some effort for you to connect to the ghost field, but Sahar, your nature is such that you are wired, and you're not in pain, but there is like a background cacophony going on.
Ugh. I'm like doing that thing where you're like wiggling your ears. I'm like doing this and like looking at everyone like, do you hear that? Like, ugh. That's really annoying. Ugh. Sorry.
Do you know where it's coming from?
Am I able to sort of like stop being annoyed at the noises for a second and like close my eyes and breathe and like try
Sure.
and listen in for...
Yeah, if you want to take an action, for sure.
Can I use my ghost mind?
What does it do?
I can click the button. I'm always aware of supernatural entities in your presence. You can get an extra dice when you're gathering info about the supernatural. So I guess if I'm attuning, I get an extra dice? Or...
Technically, gathering info is a specific thing, but yeah, I'll let you get an extra die on an attune. It's not like it's going to be hard to do because you're already basically plugged into it. There's so much energy here. So if you want to do an attune to kind of ask some questions of the ghosts or what have you.
Okay, is it risky?
Yes, you're starting from a risky position.
Effect?
And we'll say the effect is
standard, great, limited.
A standard effect.
Standard. A 5, a 3, and a 3.
Okay. So the 5 means success with a butt.
Oh, success with a butt?
Yeah, you get success with a big
Hell
old
yeah!
butt.
I found some ghost butt.
So yeah, what information do you want to get? If you look down at the bottom of your sheet, there's some gather and information questions. So this is something that, these are some things that can guide what you're looking for.
Sorry. What is arcane and weird? I mean, what is arcane and weird here? We already know it's full of ghosts. Can I ask what is hidden or lost?
Sure. And you're talking in the context of...
Yeah, I guess I'm just like stopping and listening, and I know it's full of like I know this area is full of ghosts. That is extremely apparent. We knew it before we came in, and I know it standing here with my ringing ears. But I'm stopping and I'm listening for, or I guess I could ask no.
What echoes in the ghost field is kind of a good question, I guess.
Yeah, okay, then yeah, so what echoes in the ghost field then, perhaps? Because yeah, I'm like listening in for what exactly...
So when you attune, and you start to focus on what's actually being the conversation basically that's being had, your experience with ghosts is that they will latch on to someone who is willing to attune. But strangely enough, all of the ghosts here seem to be communicating with each other.
Oh.
You can't isolate specific conversations, but it's definitely like the ghosts in the ghost field are all communing with each other.
Okay, so even though like normally if there was like a strong presence in the ghost field and I opened myself up to it, ghosts would be like, heck yeah, I'm gonna talk to this person because they're very open. But right now they're too busy all chatting amongst themselves.
Yeah, they are often reaching out to the living, and right now they are reaching out to each other.
And I can't hear at all like what is sort of like a general mood or tone or like anything like.
They're kind of like yell whispering at each other. So like it's ghosts are loud and angry, but the words they're saying are in a hushed manner.
Oh,
If that makes
weird.
any sense, yeah.
Weird.
So it's really loud silence.
Ugh.
To get a little poetical. So unfortunately though, you also rolled a 5. So something does notice that
no.
you are tuning, and you're gonna drop down to a desperate position for the next time you try to attune.
Dang it.
Because it's gonna be more dangerous.
All right. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, no. Yeah. So I stop. Like, I open my eyes back up and I communicate that to everyone. These ghosts are unusually. Normally, they would want to come right over and chat, but they're all whispering amongst themselves something. They're all. I don't know. It's weird.
So while you're sort of putting this information across, the door creaks open and Lanius is standing in the doorway. He looks. Are you all familiar with the film 101 Dalmatians?
Yes.
So I mean the cartoon, of course.
Yes.
So you know the two guys that work for Cruella de Vil?
Jasper and Horace.
Yes. He looks like the skinny one.
Okay.
He's got kind of a rat fink face, and he's wearing like a turtleneck underneath a like a jacket with like patches on the elbows. He has like the little cigarillo kind of thing hanging out of his mouth. He's got these kind of silver rimmed glasses, but they're down at the end of his nose, and he has a very ostentatious looking spirit bane charm hanging around his neck. This looks like it's been over designed to look like I'm cool and I know about ghosts kind of thing. And he says, so me and Fitz don't get along so good. So the only reason you'd be here is if he was trying to spy on my operation.
Oh, the reason we're here has nothing to do with it. Magda will say with the most charming of smiles.
Well, I mean, I haven't had a reason to speak to him in some time, and then he comes to me looking for tickets to for invitations to one of my open showings, and he says that the university is very interested in seeing my work. It sounds like this is more buttering up than I can expect from a guy like Fitz.
Well, it wasn't his idea, actually.
Oh yeah, sure.
We heard a lot about you. Magda actually would know more about that.
Yes. Magda will stand up. She is wearing her fine clothes and jewelry. Doesn't count for load.
I've added a 6-tick clock called Gain Laudius's Trust.
Hello. My name is Magda Skova. I a doctoral candidate of spectral philosophy at Carter Hall University.
Oh, spectral philosophy. Yeah, I've heard of you types. Listen, I run a clean operation here. Everything's perfectly safe. Been operating for years.
I know. That's why I want to speak to you. For your expertise and resources.
I've submitted many I've sent many letters offering up my collection to the university, and they have all gone unanswered. So I'm not convinced that you was here to actually
Well, if I had known that you were trying to offer up your collection.
oh, I'm not offering it to the university. I think that it would be beneficial to have. I thought that it would be beneficial to have you come take a look at it, but I certainly didn't think Fitz would be the go-between on this.
Yes, well, he is the only other collector we know, unfortunately. But someone with a collection such as yours is much more useful to our faculty interests.
Right. Well, why don't we walk and talk then? Since you're here and you got the tickets, there's no harm in kind of showing you around. Maybe you'll spit a little more ghost talk my way, and I'll start to believe what you're saying. He like grabs another cigarette out and lights it with the what remains of the old one, and then puts it between his lips and says, "Come on."
That's a curious spirit bane charm you have there.
Oh,
Where'd you get it?
this old
And
thing.
he's like, yeah, I happen to carry one myself. And he opens his jacket, and there hangs a spirit bane charm.
Yours is like smaller and simpler and stuff than
Yes,
his.
yes, yes.
Oh,
I was curious about, yours seems much more impressive.
well, I mean, this is an old Welker family heirloom, and when you're in the ghost business, with such as I am, you gotta make sure you gotta be serious about your defenses.
And
When it comes to spirit bane charms, the bigger is better.
you seem very serious about your profession.
I am.
Do you make them?
Do I make
Spirit bane.
spirit bane? Oh, I certainly would have the capacity to do so, but I've got the best in the biz. I don't, you know, I only need the one.
Well, I was really asking for myself. I was
Oh,
interested in an upgrade. Perhaps.
I see. Well, it's something we can talk about. Your name, sorry?
Oh, Milan Karada.
And who are you pretending to be in this charade?
What do you mean? I'm a student of sociology.
Well, it's just with Fitz, it's guilty until proven innocent.
We all know Fitz, but no, we're genuinely interested. As Magda said, we had no idea that you were sending letters to the university. There must be some miscommunication. We're not the deans. We're just some students who are interested in your collection.
Right. And so he's taking you out. He's ushered you out of this room, and he's taking you down this hallway. And there are family portraits and stuff along this main hall, and they all are various weaselly looking Welker family members. And most of them are the painting is torn or falling apart and things. Um, there are periodically hanging off of gas lamps, or the ghost electricity lamps that dimly light this hallway. There's like tchotchkes, like kind of dime store spirit bane charms that are being hung all over the place. And you're heading towards this big metal door at the end of this hall. And he says, "It's just what's if you're here legit wise, what's the connection with Fitz? That guy's nothing but trouble. Doesn't know what he's doing."
He sold us a piece that Sahar here was studying.
I see.
This is the our professor, Sahar.
Hello.
Are you all right, miss?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm all right. It's okay. It's just a little loud in here. That's all.
He grabs one of the tchotchke spear bang charms, and he tosses it over to you, and he says, "Some people just can't take the heat of this place."
Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. So
you have
to
some very
move
interesting pieces. And I don't know, as a tinkerer, I point to what is clearly the best one. I don't know.
of the spirit bane charms.
Well, I mean,
That'd
aside from the
probably-
one that's on his neck, if there's just any like interesting contraptions, that's what I'm keeping eyes out for.
Yeah, there isn't anything super. There's just the lighting down this hallway and the dilapidated paintings, but you haven't seen his
Actual
setup
collection
yet.
yet? Okay.
He's heading towards a door. So to move this clock up, you kind of have to be proactive with me. So you have to let me know when you're actively trying to do things to gain his trust. So there's, I think, been a couple of opportunities that might make sense to roll either deception rolls or swayer rolls or what have
I'm
you.
flirting with.
That's like without
just
saying
assume.
it should be
Baseline
known.
assumption. I go up and talk to anybody. I smile at them nicely. I look hot. I am flirting.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to assume that you're just defaulting to that all the time, but it makes sense.
By the end of this game, Magda will have charmed every person in this.
Yes.
All of Duskfall.
All of Duskfall.
Okay. Well, all right. So I'll do a flirt. Do a flirt.
I'll do a flirt.
Do a flirt check, please.
Flirt check.
It's risky.
It's the new name for.
It's risky with limited effect. And remember, you can always dump down to desperate to improve that up to a standard if you want. And of course,
I have an extra dice because that's fine. Because I'm wearing fine clothes and jewelry. Yes.
It means that. You know what? It will mean that you'll get up to standard effect.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Sweet. And if I roll desperate, I level up, yeah?
You get an XP, yeah.
But if I fail, it's bad.
That's right. And in this case, you would move, if you go down to desperate, you would move up to great effect, since you are starting from a standard effect.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I'm at very low stress, so I am willing to take the stress.
Okay. Well, yeah, it won't be a stress result just yet, but.
Well, if I want to give myself more dice.
Oh, there's that too, yes.
Extra dice. Stress.
I think it's 2 stress for now.
Really?
Check.
2 stress, I not quite. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, pushing yourself is 2 dice. If you're getting help, it's only 1 stress for the person who's helping. Pushing yourself is 2 stress.
Okay.
I would help, but I don't know how to help one flirt.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I only have consort. I can't can't say that Milan is also flirting to help. I mean, I could say it. It would just go badly.
I rolled a 4.
So you can try.
All right. Okay, so describe this flirt for me. Tell you how bad it goes.
How bad it goes? I rolled a 4.
Well, you're gonna have reduced effect from it. So instead of 3 ticks from great, you're only gonna be 2 down. So I want you kind of push yourself past where he's comfortable, I guess. And
if that case, if he's taking for a walk, she'll maybe try and loop her arm around his. like just get up in his face
Okay.
while talking to him about ghosts. I'll talk as they're going down.
Sure. What? Give me an example of the small talk. And,
I don't want.
Okay.
You're small talking about how impressive his Ghostbane charm is.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Oh, please tell me about how you got into collecting ghosts. I'm so interested."
Okay. So you're just generally buttering him up. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. He's kind of like leaning into you a little bit, but he has like a air of apprehension, so not necessarily. He's not saying anything meaningful or important. But he's like, it's a family business. I'm taking it to the next level, and it's fascinating. These are echoes of other people's lives. It's you could learn so much from talking to them, and people pay top dollar to. Sorry. I'm excited for you to see it. You seem genuinely interested. And that's 2 notches on the Dean Laudius's try. Would have been 3, but
Mm-hmm.
going with reduced effect. It doesn't make sense that you would get severe harm from this situation. And it's too early for a serious complication. So, he gets to the end, and the door is like a big bank vault door. And it seems like everyone else has left. You were waiting for maybe an hour, and it seems like everyone else has done the tour, but kept you to the end. And he spins this huge door, the gear on the door, or whatever, and pulls it open. And Sahar, a true headache. Yeah, because it's a amazing blue glowing light coming from this room, as you can't see the end of it necessarily. Like it goes on for quite a bit. Rows, just 2 big long shelves that are storing these glass, ornate kind of glass jars of different shapes. And there's got to be hundreds.
Ugh.
And I think we'll take a little break now. It's 3:30, so this is, I think, a good time to take a little breather.
That makes the sense. So we are going to go hydrate and do a stretch, and y'all should do the same. Take care of you, and we will be back in a few with more flirty ghost ventures. Yeah, I don't know. See you soon.
Thanks for watching.
Hello, we are back from break. I hope you had a good one. We have returned for more ghost collecting, flirting, and espionage, I think. I'm not sure. Yes. So we enter into this room.
Yeah, and it is the ghost field, like the waves of ghost energy that are coming off of this place are just even Magda, Tana, and Milan. Your connections to this are not as strong, but you still feel kind of. It's like, I use this example a lot, but it's like when the TV, when on old tube TVs, you come into a room and you can feel that they were on.
Yeah.
This is a feeling that people eventually will not understand. I will not be able to use a description as younger people forget this, but yeah, it's that kind of like someone was watching TV in here. These ghosts have been watching TV.
They've been watching too much TV. So obviously I get a bit like much from this, but even with what about does the Ghostbane charm help at all that they gave me?
What is the normal effect of a Ghostbane's charm?
Audius. Sorry, I had to double check what their name was. I don't know, because my free item is a dragon. Dragon. Because there's dragons here. A demon bane charm. Because normally I wouldn't try and charm the ghosts away, but there are a lot here.
So the description that I have on mine is a small arcane trinket that ghosts prefer to avoid.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want one of those.
Yeah, see, because normally I try and talk to the ghosts, right? So I wouldn't normally keep one on me,
Yeah,
which is why
he doesn't know you're a whisperer or anything. He just
until I
thinks
was
that
having a
you're.
headache.
He he doesn't know you're a whisperer at all. I don't think.
Mhm.
He just thinks you're not able to handle the
The ghost.
awesomeness of the place.
His place is just too cool. I can't handle it.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And maybe he thinks that's kind of normal. I don't know. I have a spirit bane charm, so.
He so Latius turns around and he kind of puts his arms out and says, "What do you think? Quite a legacy, huh?"
This is a amazing collection. If I look around through gritted teeth at the headache I have right now, am I able to see, like, does he have any like little charms or anything similar to what we've discovered so far that like kindly houses ghosts or wards, like, is it literally just bottles and bottles and bottles of ghosts?
There. This will require, I think, some looking around.
Okay, I would like to look around then, please.
Okay. What action will you be using?
Study, I assume, to study the situation and the room and stuff like that. That seems the most logical to me.
I think I'll also study.
I will. Yep.
And I was just gonna say, unless there is a very technical side to stuff here, in which case I would use my tinker skills to attempt to view it from a. It's up to you. Whatever you think is. Makes sense.
I mean, technically, I think it would be a survey, but I'll allow you to sub in study for this.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to help, Milan?
Yeah.
Want to use one of your free helps?
Oh, my foresights?
Yeah, you can either take a stress and give her a die, or you can do it for free. Since you said you were both you wanted to look around as well, it makes more sense for one person to.
Yeah, I'll spend I will spend a stress on this one.
So while Magda is still keeping him busy, and he is kind of giving you a little bit of information, Magda. He's gesturing up to the different shelves, and they do seem to be organized by who these ghosts were in life. Yeah, he's like great warriors and members of the military, gang leaders, who lost their battles, and he's gesturing all over the place.
Is Magda going straight to asking for all the
well, let's
scholar ghosts? Okay.
Let's do your study
you
first.
Do your stuff.
Okay. So I'm studying with a backup.
You've got one extra die.
Okay, so me and Milan are like looking around.
That's right. And we're gonna say, well, you're at risky.
Okay.
And we'll say that there is it's a limited effect because there's not a lot you can do without getting a lot of suspicion.
Okay. Okie doke.
So you could jump down to a desperate and go up to a standard effect if you want to try and get more information.
I don't trust myself to roll well enough.
Sure.
Okay. A 4.
A 4 on a risky.
Oh, maybe I should have been the one to do study. I've got 2 in study.
God dang it! I didn't realize that. We should have let you do it then. Sorry.
Next time.
Now we know.
Sahar would have had to take a stress. I don't know where she's at with her stress level.
I'm okay. I'm not bad. I'm still harmed though.
So there is get off the chair. Off the chair.
There's a Frankie.
There is a Frankie, my own personal ginger ghost, and but basically along along each wall is a series of wooden shelves, kind of wooden brass shelves, and between each one at regular intervals there are these devices that seem to pulse in the opposite of the ghosts. So the ghosts all kind of pulse, and then as their pulse fades, the devices, these little lamps, seem to glow back and forth, and it seems like something is pushing back in, like is sort of pushing back against the ghosts, try and temper them. Unfortunately, risky. There is a bit of a complication, and I'm gonna call it.
Are you making a clock?
I love these clocks.
I know you love the clocks. I'm
gonna make as many clocks as I can.
Games need more clocks.
We're gonna call it Laudius's Suspicions Rising.
Oh.
And so, because it's a regular complication, it's gonna start with 2 notches on, and it's 6. This fills up, then the jig might be up. He's chatting with Magda, but he keeps looking over his shoulder as Milan and Sahar have kind of lingered back in this hallway, and he just interrupts Magda, whatever you're talking about, and he says, "It's safe. It's perfectly safe. Just don't touch anything." And he gestures to kind of for you to reach him in the group.
I'm looking at my my stats to see if there's a.
Tana, what are you up to right now? What would you like to get up to?
I'm just keeping an eye out. I'm not much of a talker, so I'm leaving all the talky stuff to them. But I'm just kind of, looking around, trying to see anything that's out of the ordinary. Kind of keeping like my senses attuned and everything, like
sure,
ready for if trouble strikes.
If you want to make a survey roll to kind of look around. We're gonna say it's a controlled position, but with limited effect, since you're kind of.
Oh god, sorry. Roll 20 just got super loud for me.
Is roll 20? Oh, the making noises? Making any?
No, for mine.
Oh. A 5. Okay. So when you say you're looking for anything suspicious or like anything out of ordinary, how do you mean? Like, is there anything specific you think?
I guess just looking around, keeping an eye for anything that might be like security that he has. Anything that I can use to our advantage if things go south. Like just where exits are. If there's like something against a wall, or someone. Like I'm just kind of keeping a like just a general survey of the area of like what can be used if something were to go down here.
So with the controlled actions, it says on a 4 or 5 you hesitate. So I'm going to give you a choice here. You're kind of continuing to look around, which is what Laudius has turned around to stop Sahar and Milan from doing. So you have the option of withdrawing and maybe trying to wait for a better time to do this, or you can get some information, but it's with a minor consequence, which in this case will be a single tick on. You see him kind of. He's trying to get all of you gathered up into a group, and you're still hanging back.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kind of glean as much as I can in that little extra moment that I have before he comes around to round me up.
Okay, so you're gonna take this consequence, but which is just a single notch on his thing. Right. So you don't know much about this ghost stuff, but you are paying close attention, and you did see that Sahar and Milan paying attention to these devices that kind of connected the shelves, and you noticed that periodically the pulse pattern changes, and the ghosts that are closest to the devices sometimes flare up brighter, causing um, causing the device's light to shrink further, almost like the push and pull is going in the opposite direction, and it's stronger. Like the ghosts are, if the ghost lights are forcing their will over on it. Um, and before you get a real good chance to look at closer at one of these things, Claudius has come right over to you and he says, "This is a guided tour.
Sorry,
Please rejoin the group."
like shiny things.
Well,
Yeah, it's just that we're very excited. I apologize for getting ahead of ourselves.
no, I mean, I understand it is quite an overwhelming sight to see, this sort of thing all in one place. But I have to ask that you keep things to your hands inside the vehicle. So
Can I? So what I got from my study was that there was a rhythmic pulsing, sort of like keeping the ghosts in and all that.
yeah, well, the description that Fitz gave you is there's a sort of a loop where
Yeah.
he's looping the ghost's energy back on itself in order on themselves to keep them doing
Okay.
whatever they're going to do.
I would like to try. I'm not very good at social situations, but I recognize impressive magics and or technologies, and I just want to attempt to use my tinkering knowledge to approximately say I see this this loop, or I can sense that you have some sort of like, you must have something in place to keep all of these ghosts safe, that you've kept your house so well guarded, whilst collecting what must be the most impressive collection of ghosts to be seen on this continent, or any other perhaps.
Yeah, that fact is undisputed. This is the #1 ghost collection in all the Isles.
Mm-hmm.
And so you want to talk tinker with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to talk shop to get a connection here to like I know I'm trying to use big words that I would know in this field, being as it is my area of study, to make it sound
risky.
Especially because he's been trying to connect with the university. I'm trying to come at it as someone from the university, and I would absolutely appreciate Magda's help. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there.
So it's a risky limited role for now, since he has previously stated that he doesn't think that you can handle your chops here. He thinks you needed protection and stuff. So right now it's risky limited. But again, you can always go desperate to bring out the standard result.
I'm gonna help by just saying like, oh, Sahar is currently working on I guess
a ghost podium.
Yeah, on devices that lessen the pain of spectral existence.
Mm-hmm. Because you see, Magda had the very ingenious idea to have ghost speakers at the university, and we think there's a lot of benefit to that. A lot of people, there's probably a lot to learn from. I mean, you said it yourself. You have some amazing former people here.
I should
Could ghosts now be called former people?
Yes.
Sorry.
I should have known. I should have waited to find more about your approach. So you're playing your hand here. You're
well,
straight up.
Oh, I don't.
You just said it out loud.
Yeah, I did say it out loud. I guess. Sorry.
It's okay.
I thought with like Magda backing me up a bit.
I was just trying to see. This is why I don't like we just say things. God. What I was trying to do is just like make you seem a little more like
Mhm.
you know your shit.
Mhm. I know
before-
ghosts.
Are we trying to steal from him right now?
No, we're
I
not
guess is the-
stealing. We're
Especially-
trying
Yeah, so
to,
we
like, we're
playing on
trying to
hand
talk
is
to
not
him.
necessarily a bad thing in this sense.
I'll let you roll it back if you want. I just wanted to
Well,
understand.
I imagine I'm leading into it. Like
Yeah, like I think we're gonna go there, but I wanted to kind of like
Yeah.
butter him up a little more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that you're not just saying that you want a ghost lecturer and all this kind of stuff. For now, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's this is why flashbacks are great. Some planning is useful.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't want you to. If you've all got a plan in mind and I just don't know it, it's
Yeah.
fine. We can roll. So yeah, okay. Make that tinker roll. You're Magda. You're gonna take a stress to give an extra.
Yeah, I'll
die?
take a stress to give her
Okay.
an extra day.
So I can bump it up.
Oh, you can also take. Oh no, sorry, no. That helping is just.
Yeah. I can bump it up to desperate to make it have better effect.
A standard effect, which would be
Oof.
2 notches on it on this.
Okay. And am I able to do anything?
You can push yourself.
Can I push myself?
Or an extra level of effect.
Because I think this is the only time I'm gonna be useful. I think this is one of the only times I'm actually.
Costs 2 stress.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Are you getting +1 to effect or +1 to your die roll? Because you could get a desperate roll with a great effect, and that'd add 3 ticks to his. Biggest risk, biggest reward.
Thoughts? I'm it's
what you're comfy with.
Yeah, I know. As a nervous person, I'm more keen to go extra die. I just want it to like work. You know what I mean? So I think I'll take the standard effect.
Okay.
I'll bump it to desperate. I'll take the standard effect. And then I'll take the extra die from Magda and the 1 extra die from pushing myself. Is that cool?
Okay. That works for me.
Okay.
So that's 4 dice.
A 6, a 5, a 5, and a 4. It's pretty good rolls.
Okay, mark XP on the appropriate attribute.
Yeah. Give me that XP. And I mark 2 stress.
And I will that's 2 more notches on gain Lottie's distress.
Heck yeah.
So you were playing your cards pretty close to your chest, but you know what you're talking about, eh, lady?
I just had a bit of a headache. Sorry. But yes, I'm very interested. And I'm very interested in ghosts in general, and your collection is very impressive.
He comes in close and he says, a headache, you say?
Yes, I had it before we got here, actually. I debated staying home, but I was too interested in your collection.
You wouldn't be getting a headache, because of the situation.
Well, you gave me this charm, so I feel better now, actually. Thank you.
Well, good. Yes, no, this is a top of the line, designed it myself system to make sure that the ghosts don't find a way, can't put too much pressure on us here in the living world. I am sorry to say I am not lessening so-called pain as much as maybe I would like, but you are safe here. And he kind of like takes a knuckle and tink against the glass of one of the things.
Like I feel safe in this place. You have done a good job of that.
So he brings you to the end of this long hallway, maybe like 40 feet hallway, and it's just like wall-to-wall shelving with all this stuff. And there is another big metal door with a similar kind of bank vault to it, except there's a window, small kind of porthole type window in the door, and blue light is just like pulsing inside the ghost light, field light. And he says, "Well, this is it. I do you have any questions? I'm here. I'm here to I'm here to help." If you're from the university, talk university to me.
We are from the university, and we're here.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Milan.
No, I didn't have anything. I was just about to like filler word until I thought of something.
Oh, I'm very interested to know. Do you have any famous scholars?
Oh, those tend to get the biggest price. Most interest. I mean, knowledgeable people. They're the kind of ghosts that people want to talk to. So I actually don't have too many of them because I tend to fund the rest of my operation by selling off those to the highest bidder. And he gestures to a shelf that seems. He says, "I do have a few, but I would maybe call them lesser scholars." And he like points up to the shelf to a shelf. From the back end, it's maybe like three shelves in on the side.
What constitutes a lesser scholar?
He goes over and there's like little plaques with names, and he says, "Well, this gentleman invented the noodle."
Wait, like, did you say the noodle, like the pool, like a pool noodle, or like the slurp noodle?
Why would it be the
right?
pool noodle?
I'm like, well, that sounds
noodle is
really impressive to me.
Is Tana saying that?
Mhm.
I agree. My family employs noodles liberally in a restaurant.
Well, then you owe a great deal of thanks to this ghost. Most of these were. A lot of these are research. Who was doing research down in Crowsfoot, either on the gang activities or the ghost activities, and they took on more than they could chew, and unfortunately ended up in my collection. So, if you're looking for overambitious grad students or professors trying to
looks around at the party,
or professors trying to make a mark, that's basically what's left here. I mean, I'm sure they're fascinating conversationalists. Are we starting to talk turkey now? Because I'm not sure that I'm willing to just let you walk out of here. Even not sure I'm ready to sell stuff.
Oh, no. We were just curious. You let people talk to them?
For the right price.
Oh, I see. I thought, I didn't know if it was just a part of the tour.
I don't think, no offense, I don't think you're prepared to speak to these angry individuals.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, have people had a lot of success speaking to your ghostly friends?
It requires someone who is talented in that respect. I have my connections. Someone's ready to talk to a ghost of a particular kind, then I bring them. I pull on my strings and I got a couple of whispers on retainer.
Do you talk to them?
Oh no, I never talk to them.
Milan laughs, not just me. Of course.
It could be kind of a strain, and I need to be able to continue the family business. If I lose my marbles talking to all the ghosts, it's gonna make it hard to, keep this place running safe.
Okay, so I want to get real meta here for a second, because I feel like we're all kind of like, I don't know what to do except make small talk with this ghost guy.
Because I don't not know what to do exactly. I was going to ask you to do something.
I can
to try to, because I don't have any
Yeah.
social power to tip
we
the
need
cunt.
one more standard effect to get his trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I can continue to flirt.
Yes, please.
So we still don't want to at all go the route.
I think we should not try and get the ghost from him until we have his trust.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
completely agree.
I agree with that.
Okay.
But like, I don't know, like if somebody has consort, they can like try and be
Is that
friendly.
what consort does?
Yeah. Like,
oh, I have consort. I thought that because that's
no,
like a
sway is like sway someone with charm, logic, deception, disguise, or bluff. Change attitudes or behavior with manipulation or discussion. Whereas like consort is just like being friendly. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, I thought consort. Okay. Then I wanted to. I was just like talking because I didn't know that consort had that power, which is what I would like it to have.
Well, it's yeah. In this case, it would be finding a common ground with him of something.
Okay.
Like it would
Like noodles.
I'd want to start talking about his family business and how long he's been in the business, how long his family's been in the business.
You have a connection to your family too.
Yeah, I'm very close with my family, and like he talks a lot about his family. I know how important family is. Family, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's useful.
Well,
I really want to get him talking.
Yeah. Okay, give me let's move ahead with that consort roll. We'll say it's risky. We'll say a risky standard effect.
All right.
Oh, oh no.
2. Okay.
Well, he's a delicate man, not a smooth talking man.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, this is definitely going to translate to a complication. So you start asking questions, and you're like your family, and you're really close to them, and kind of getting an eager, and it comes from a place of sincerity, I imagine, with Milan, because that is a connection that you share. But Claudius likes to do things on his own terms, and you're kind of just ambushing him with a ton of questions about family, and he almost can't get a word in edgewise. And when you finally kind of realize he's not going to answer things, he says, "Friend, I would really like to keep this conversation business casual. You're asking a lot of questions. And I'm going to add a couple of notches to his suspicion. Yeah. Look, if Fitz sent you here in all earnest, then tell me, what you're willing to do for me to gain access to what I've got."
Okay. Should I do it? Should I flirt with him some more? Should I hit on him?
Yes.
Do it, please.
Because he just opened himself up extremely beautifully.
Yeah.
The sexual innuendo.
I will. I will say, Magda, because you have been interacting with him quite a bit.
Yeah.
That he doesn't hate the flirting, but it seems to have plateaued. Like his interest is more. I'm sorry, but his interest.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it only was going to get you so far with him because his interest is more money. Like that's really the thing. He's more money or an exchange of like
something that's like worth it, like him saying like it's.
Yeah.
Well, I can still sway him with other things other than flirting.
Sure,
although Also, I just realized my microphone has been like not up this whole time, so I'm so sorry if I've been really quiet.
Oh, I didn't realize it wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Oh,
It wasn't too
That's-
bad.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
good.
you've been coming in clear.
I would have said
Perfect.
something if I didn't think it was. You were clear. Just you could stand to be a little louder.
yeah, like I could just do this.
Yeah, bring it
Something happened. Hello. Okay, so I'll sway him with something else. That is,
You had some plans going into this.
yeah, but I don't want to talk about him yet.
I guess we can't even just like hint at them because then he'll be like, "Well, tell me the whole thing," or else.
Yeah.
Like,
unless
I
I nail this.
yeah.
Well, I was thought naming. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you'd have to mention the lecturers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does. Is that not an offer we want to make to him? Is like naming the lectures after him?
You can offer to name a series of lectures after him without saying that it's a ghost lecturer.
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
They could be lectures about his collection.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because he wants like reputation. Like I don't think he has an
Yes,
like you know what I mean.
yes.
I think that the
Yeah.
university is pretty prestigious, and I think he's kind of, as much as he likes to act fancy, I don't think he's super fancy. So offering him something fancy.
Yeah, well, honestly, we're looking for sponsors for a lecture series.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the sponsor options is title. You know, the Laudius Welker lectures, the Laudius Welker lectures. Sounds
Go on.
very nice. It would involve a certain reciprocal agreement with
But
yourself
the
and
university's not
university.
paying you enough for these things.
I'm just a doctoral.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get myself ahead, and I thought and I think because this is just the way Magda is, she can't not flirt a little bit. So she like kind of like leans in.
Like I
his
said, he
arm a
doesn't
little
hate the
more.
flirting.
Yeah, she like leans into his arm a little more and says, I thought we might be able to help each other. Is that like enough to
I
your
wanna
role? Oh,
I wanna help with my with my helping powers.
Okay.
My help powers, my magical powers, helpitude.
And how I prepared for this. This was something that we had talked about. And so that's going to be a little bit difficult to think of because he kind of was shooting it down. It's like, we just need to.
Maybe you found you looked into him and you found some of the letters that were sent that he sent.
Yes. The letters he had sent, so we can talk about the things that he
and
requested.
You have
like did
you
he?
Yes, or the
yeah.
things that he was talking about, like what he wanted to arrange with the university. Or we can talk about getting him, and like we know he was trying to get in contact with the university.
He did already mention that, so that's
Yes,
not
exactly.
necessary leverage. But you know what the contents of the letters are, and that's good enough. That's good enough to toss the dice over to Magda, and I will weave that into the results.
excellent. What is my position?
Are you're not pushing? You don't want to push yourself or anything like that? I'm just making sure you have the option.
Yeah. I don't want to push myself.
Okay. Then we're gonna call it a risky standard.
Okay. I will give myself a bonus dice though. Or actually, do you have a bargain for me?
Hmm.
Please offer me something.
He definitely wants money.
Mm.
And he definitely doesn't want to give any money. He wants the amount of money for him to have at the end of this to be more than he started. So,
Okay.
if you are willing to incorporate into your arrangement with him that he gets paid in some way, which is a decision that from the university, which is a decision that you have no power over, I'll give you an extra dime. But you will be expecting something for his time.
Pay you in plain donuts.
No, we're talking coin. We're talking hard cash.
We have a coin. Ourselves.
Well, no, it's more than I don't mean give him some of your money. I mean that you're promising him some kind of contract or something.
Yeah, but I can't do that. So.
Well, no, I know, but you can still tell him.
So what's the
That's
bargain?
true.
But no, the bargain.
Just lie to him and.
The bargain is that you're offering something that you can't guarantee to provide.
So it's like.
And it adds an extra problem down the line when he comes looking for this money, and you need to convince the university staff to give it to him. So I'm letting you get an extra die for a problem later. For tomorrow, Magda.
What do we think? Table.
I think it'd be funny.
Do you think that we can
your end game here is to also get better reputation with the university, so hopefully it all comes together, and then when you go and talk to him, the dean,
true.
There's not gonna be an issue.
It's true. We could do this now to try and bargain another bargain. Listen, we've accomplished this. Are
you saying, Magda, that you wouldn't bet on yourself in this situation?
You don't trust.
I just want to know if my friends would bet on me.
We would absolutely bet on you.
I would bet on Magda to be able to do this. This person is a little difficult with money, but
yeah, the thing is that if the university will like me better if I say we got this for free. If my you know what, I think I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, back to having talked to the dean, get the permission. No, that doesn't really work because we're kind of trying to present it. No, I don't think I have the one bonus dice from Malar. I want to call you Malar, and I don't know why your name. I have the one bonus dice from Malar, so I'm okay.
Is there? I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do to assist.
I can push myself. I can give myself.
I don't want you to push yourself. I want to help.
I have 3 stress right now. Okay. I can afford to push myself.
Okay. You're sure.
Yeah. Thank you for caring about my mental health.
It's important to me.
Okay. Going to make this sway roll.
I rolled a 4.
A lot of 4s.
A lot of 4s.
Several 4s. It's okay. It's only a risky.
Yeah. It's not desperate.
Yeah.
So, okay, you succeed. So we'll add a couple of.
Can I have a complicated? Can I argue for a personal complication rather than a reduced effect?
Sure. What's he at right now? He only needs one.
He only
needs he needs 2 notches.
He needs 2. That's why I'm like.
Yeah, I won't reduce. Yeah. What's the complication? I'm happy to introduce a personal complication.
I have a rival, and by a rival I mean an ex who's a gang leader. Who maybe also lives in the neighborhood and maybe is acquainted with this guy who actually collects ghosts.
Right. Well, this gang leader might make a lot of ghosts.
Oof.
Okay.
So maybe he finds out that I'm dealing with this person. Because my note on him is that he didn't take the breakup well.
Right. And now you're making you're talking to acquaintances of his
Yeah.
and hanging
So
around his turf.
like maybe he sees me leaving his house.
Okay.
Looking all fancy or
Sure.
something. Yeah.
Mm.
The Bazo guy.
Yeah. Bajo. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say it Bajo, but I don't know if that spell is actually very
Okay, I'm taking a note of that. I'll accept this. So in the end, you offer him his name on the lecture thing.
Mm-hmm.
And are you asking to be taking a? No, you're just
right now when
just softening him up to that point.
Yeah, I'm softening him up.
Okay. All right, I just need to make sure I write this thing about upsetting your ex, or I'll forget it. So, yeah. He thinks for a brief moment, and then his body kind of relaxes. His body language kind of relaxes, and he says, "So my name would be up on like a marquee or something."
Well, we don't really have marquees, but they'd be on a lot of posters in the newspaper.
In the papers.
There might be a marquee, like if it's like the campus theater where.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do
or
this,
like
it's got to be a big
banner
show.
or something.
Well,
we could
do a banner.
A banner, or like on the podium, or like labels.
My name and lights.
And in the newspapers, definitely in the newspapers.
Well,
I don't know if Charter Hall has a marquee thing.
I don't know why. I don't know how Fitz.
Stop not lying to him.
I don't know how Fitz found you, and I don't know why he sent your business my way, but I guess I owe him a beer. And right now, I think this is time for a drink. I'm going legit. And he starts ushering you back out.
Are we gonna get what we want and make this guy's dreams come true? Like, we are such the goodest good guys in all of Blades in the Dark.
We didn't even have to kill him.
There was no murders done.
Sahar, you have not been focusing on this as much as you would like. And because the pulsing coming from this room at the end of the hall. Because there's another door that he stopped in front of. It's just been. If your weird ghost headache has a source, it's this room.
Oh, and I can like feel and or sense that.
Yeah, and Tana, you notice, your keen eye notices that Sahar is sort of hanging back. Latius's guard is down, and he has actually scooped Magda's arm himself, and he's like, if there's other speakers at this thing, their name's got to be smaller than mine. He's still talking like it's a Hollywood premiere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start writing down the percentages.
Yeah.
that is definitely a thing.
So I imagine Magda and Milan are kind of like, keeping him talking and occupied, and he seems to be leading you out and somewhere to get some booze. And
is Tana with me, and we're still back in the room?
I'm giving Tana the opportunity to say that you notice Sahar lingering back. And it's like a siren song almost, Sahar. I'm using your vice of wanting to know more things.
I noticed, and I'm like, start to like inch toward her. I'm like,
I think Sahar is literally just like staring off at the room and doesn't hear you the first time you like call her name.
I kind of like elbow her. Sahar.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
You good there?
I'm okay. There's something in this room. I'd really like to go into this room, please. Do you think that's something we can do?
Don't start right now.
But maybe if they're not here. They've left the room, right?
Yep.
I actually can do something to help here.
Well, okay.
Can I use my like a flashback? Well, no, it's not even a flashback. Something that I would have done to help. Does anyone else have finesse or anything like that? Because I can leave behind. I can leave behind. I could have left something behind for this or something like that, or we could have planned to heist. Whether or not we just openly discussed it with the whole party, it could have been
You're
like
saying you
worst.
want to set up a situation where you handed over burglary gear or something to her.
Yes.
Like you brought the equipment for this, even though you weren't going to do a robbery.
Yes.
Okay. Well, sure. Let's see how Sahar's investigation goes, and then we'll be able to get you to jump in.
Okay.
So yeah. So it has a similar structure as the door that he opened for you to this main hall of ghosts, the big vault door. But and he didn't have to put a key in or anything. He just turned the vault door, to open the door. This door
just turned
has
it. There was no key.
No, he just undid the vault door. It's more for keeping things inside from getting out than it is from keeping people on the outside getting in. It does have 8. The door has 8 of the large defensive pulsing bulbs around it, the protecting the shield, or whatever that is handling the ghost energy. And in fact, it does seem like most of the energy is coming from whatever's in this room.
Like I'm gonna be trying to
Persuade me?
persuade Sahar to come on, let's go. He's he's kind of jumpy. I think Madka's doing some good here. Might not want to risk this right now. Keep it on the back burner. Right now, let's not.
You can just try and take a look in the room.
What if I promise you can keep an eye on me? I won't even take anything. Maybe if I just look.
It's alright, I meant through the window, by the way.
Oh, there's a window.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'm just gonna, and I start edging over towards the door. Then I'm just gonna look inside. We don't even have to go in. I just am curious, and I know there's something in there, and I'd really just like to go see. If you don't stop me, I'm gonna go look at the door.
I guess you can kind of just take a peek, but don't.
It's
Careful.
like double thick glass, that might be on a ship or
Can
something.
I rub it and then do the thing where you have to
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking back and trying to.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Having trouble hearing Allison?
Is my mic good?
Can you hear?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can all hear.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah, and you're showing up on the mixer. You're showing up on my soundboard. Maybe you were just a little quiet. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, just make sure your mic is. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm checking back and trying to keep an ear out, if anyone's coming back or anything. This is making me nervous.
Yeah, understandably. I'm trying to make you nervous. So as Sahar leans over to look into the window, I'm not gonna have you roll or anything. The light in there is incredibly bright, and the pressure on you, the ghost field, is putting an amazing amount of pressure on you as you get closer and closer to this. There are 10. There are only 10 ghost containment things inside this room. They are giving off an incredible amount of energy. And it also, in the middle of the room, is a table that seems to be being used as a workbench. And on it is a bunch of blueprints and plans and parts for the, you can tell they are disassembled. On the table is like disassembled and tinkered with versions of whatever this containment setup has. Just on the other side of the door.
Oh. Of this pulsing ghost containment loop that he has. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Tana, this could be really useful. This is like firstly, there's 10 very strong ghosts in there. Something very interesting about those ones. But also there's blueprints. Blueprints for things we could probably use, and I could probably make even better than however good they are right now. I could probably make them even better. Like,
we don't want to split this up. You know how like last time kind of got away from us. Looks like Maga's doing a really good job here. Maybe if you become better friends with him, he'll like let you in willingly.
friends. I'm not good at doing that. I'll have to ask Magna how to do that. But yeah, maybe if we do that.
I think it's something that we can keep in mind for the future.
Yes.
But right now, we need to keep our eyes on the objective, not get distracted, and not mess things up.
Okay. Am I able to pull away from the siren song, or
I'm giving you the choices here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I
it
also
isn't like
have
actually having an effect on you. It's
okay.
Like
it's just I really want it, and it's really cool, and it's like.
Yeah, it could mean whatever gadget you build starts half finished when you start it. You know what I mean? Like it's the 8 clock has 4 spots filled. So you're getting your gadget done a lot quicker if you get this information.
Oh, I can make my gadget faster.
Yeah, he's containing hundreds of ghosts. I mean, it's like
Tana,
at this point, I'm like I grab her arm.
Face.
I grab her arm and I'm like slowly like, let's go before he starts getting suspicious that we're gone.
But it could be really useful. It could be really useful. Tana.
We could. Is it possible to double heist? Like, could we heist again?
No, I feel like this would be very.
Now.
It would be. I think there's no way to hide this. If we took this from this dude, I would mess up the lecture, and I do care enough about the lecture to not mess up the lecture. But I
think what he's asking is maybe this will be something we hit later.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
After the lecture.
Okay.
We do the lecture immediately.
Heist
like
while
this,
the lecture
we have
is
all
going
of the
on.
info on this. We have all of the info on this already.
So Magda and Milan, you have both been poured a glass of like mid-level wine from it's not the best, but it's better than you might be expecting from him. And he's like, "Where's your friend?"
Can this point be like when we like come back in?
Yeah, you're on your way back. Yeah,
You're literally having to like drag me in. I'm like,
I've got like an arm on you. I'm like, sorry, she's really not feeling well, but.
Do you need to use the can or something?
Sure, the can. Yes, I will use the facilities, please.
I'm sorry. Do you need to use the facilities?
Yes, that would be great.
Across the hall.
I just need to like splash some water on my face. It's fine. Thank you so much.
I understand. This is a common reaction to my family's legacy.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a little overwhelmed.
It's just so impressive, and I'm so out of my depths, sort of, but also just impressed. Thank you. And I'm gonna walk away. I'm like, yep. Before I say anything else dumb, I'm just like, merp.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. Make sure she doesn't pass out or anything. She has that tendency sometimes when she gets too excited that she'll just like yeah, we don't want that. So
Right.
just
Okay. Well, it's getting overwhelmed. You know, a fine young lady like her, I understand. It's just something that can happen. The ghost field is not for everyone to mess around with. So Magda, I'm very excited for this venture, but is there obviously my name on the marquee doesn't come without a cost, personal cost. Me. So let's get down to brass tacks here.
We would like you to lend us,
No money. I am not giving you any money.
of course, we would like you to lend us some of your collection for the purposes of the lecture.
You want some of my ghosts to go home with you.
Temporarily, to give a lecture.
Well, what do you mean? They're going to research my ghosts, and someone is going to do a lecture on.
Yes, there will be some of that, but some of the ghosts will be giving the lecture. Once we figure out,
We've
how
actually
to make
been
their existence less painful so that they can speak in a non-scream.
Yes, Sahar has actually been, the professor has been doing research on humanely containing the ghosts in a way that would, cause them less harm, and so that they might give us a speech. Imagine if your ghosts, if Laudius Welker's ghosts were involved in something this monumental. Can I use consort? Can I use consort? Is it necessary?
He says to you, I posit in return, imagine Lawrence Laudius Welk's specters are involved in the biggest university disaster of all time.
Well, that is why we are going to do research as to make it safe for both the ghosts and the attendants. As an expert in spectral containment, I'm sure there are ways that you can help us and further legitimize your own personal research. Perhaps there could be a research grant involved.
This is a sway, unfortunately, because it's just convincing him that because he wants his name attached to it, but he also thinks that they're crazy for just letting ghosts say whatever they want.
But she did also mention the possibility of money, which is apparently his most favoriteest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah. So I'll allow a sway roll, I guess, if that's where we're at right now. And Milan, you can give a. I know sway's not your strength, but I'll let you assist on it.
Yeah, I have one more.
Yeah, I'll let you use your free assist because you're just prepared for this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Do I have an intimate relationship because he trusts in me and the ability is literally called trust in me?
And she's literally been on his arm like the whole time.
And I literally have gained his trust.
This is the first time you met him. I can't just every conversation you have with a person doesn't make you intimate.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying it's called trust in me, and we just did a whole clock.
I know.
For him to trust in me.
I know. And now I'll be more smart about naming my clocks. No. Okay. The devil's bargain is on the table still, where you involuntarily offer that.
Same devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it will work.
Could it take the form of how Magda has worded it thus far of attempting to get him a grant? Because that's grant monies.
He's no dummy. The grant money would go to you
for
the studies. It doesn't go to the person who donates stuff.
But we were asking
she'd
for
get
his
him
help.
involved.
Yeah, we
with
were asking
with
the
ghost
grant
containment field.
The grant would go to him if we focused in on it being his ghost containment field.
Oh,
And that like
okay.
he essentially would be like
Yeah.
a scientist in it or
Like a
something
researcher.
Like that. Yeah,
Like we would put his name on the paper, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
tweak the devil's bargain then to be basically what to get the devil's bargain die, you need to personally guarantee a result.
Yeah, no, that's not the way things work in academia. I
Yeah.
can't.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't necessarily
He
know
doesn't
that.
know
and we're
that.
talking, and I'm just
That
saying
becomes
right
a
now.
problem for later.
Yeah, it's a success now with a problem later, which I'm sure you'd be able to handle without an issue. This guy needs to be convinced. He needs to get guarantees. That's how he works in absolutes like this. And I know that's not how it would work with the university, but it would get you the results.
It's not even. It's like I'm just a bad person because for these kind of things because like short-term benefits versus long-term pain is.
But
like...
would Magda be like long-term gain over short-term benefit?
I will also accept another devil's bargain suggestion, but where I'm at.
Yeah, no. I think you're right. I'm questioning whether or not Magda would accept this because like
Absolutely fair.
he has a lot of ghosts and those are dangerous. And like I don't want an angry man with a lot of dangerous ghosts that we can't pay.
You have garnered enough information to know that he controls them well enough in the sense that he can contain them well enough, but he does not seem to have any.
Yeah, he can't sick them on us or anything like that. He said he specifically has to bring whispers in to talk.
Yeah, you have a pretty good feeling that his arcane knowledge is limited. His sparkcraft knowledge is great, but his knowledge of the actual interaction with the ghosts, spectrology, which is what it's called in the book, it seems very limited. Anyway, it's just one die, and you can still you're getting an.
No, I got 3 dice, and it's fine. And apparently, 4 dice doesn't mean anything because I can just roll 3 4s. So, I will not take the devil's bargain. Is this a risky standard or? He trusts me, so.
Yeah, I will say it is a risky standard. To see how the.
I crit.
Oh, of course you do. Of course you do.
Stay back, Satan. I don't need no bargain.
Not today, Satan.
He says, I have been testing transporting a containment unit that allows you to transport them. Basically, a portable model of what you saw back there. So, as long as I get all the credit for it, and also my name doesn't come back, my name doesn't get attached to it when it all goes wrong. For research purposes, though I still think that you are off your collective rockers, I can send 4 ghosts back with you. But I mean, I'm talking dregs.
Well, it's like you said, the inventor of the noodle.
Oh, sure, yeah. That ghost's all yours.
Man, I would love to talk to the inventor of the noodle.
I want to know. Milan is.
I would go to
now.
that TED
He's
Talk.
like, I just want to know what he was thinking and how we could repeat his genius.
What if bread was long and wet? What he was thinking. What if bread was long and wet?
No one else thought of it.
True. The noodle inventor is a blessing on this earth.
It's true. Think of a world without noodles, Jordan.
I refuse to do that.
It's terrible.
Exactly. This man
Lauren, I'm
was
having
a
a good day.
visionary,
I can't
a revolutionary.
take my whole day to think about a noodleless world. So he seems pretty excited by this prospect, and he takes you. He starts dragging you back to the ghost room, and he gestures at a couple of shelves, including the academic shelves, and says, "You can pick from these, but and I'll get the containment setup ready." And he goes into the room. The room.
Oh, can I have I was gonna say, even when you said that he talked about his like mobile version of his technology, I was like, I want to slide back into the room.
We're in the
hello?
bathroom, remember?
Yeah, I know.
You could slide back into the room at this point.
It's been long enough. It's been long enough that I feel like we could come back now. Maybe I missed the talk about the mobile.
It's reasonable that you would have walked in near the end and him rushing off towards.
Oh, so what is happening?
Sahar, he has a mobile containment device.
A ghost transport unit?
Yes.
It's amazing.
You should go talk to him right now.
Like a ghost cooler.
I want to go nerd out over Sparkcraft with this dude. Is there any chance I could do that? If I can't, then I'll instead go look at the ghost shelf and pick us the best Primus cuts of ghosts.
He's beelined straight for that door at the back.
Did he close it after himself?
With this timeline, you'd have enough time to catch up with him, but you'll have to convince him.
Oh, I'm so not convincey.
You gotta give it a shot.
Okay.
It would be it's a desperate position.
Yeah, I'll do it. I want to like come running over just to be like
desperate limited.
Oh God, like that's terrible. Yeah, I want to do it. I want to like basically just come sliding over. Like, oh, hello. I heard that you're I've heard that you have some amazing technology, not just your incredible defense mechanism, but a mobile version of it. That's incredible.
He's right at the door and he's about to open it up, and he says, yeah, you'll get a close look at it. Don't worry. Step back.
Oh, but perhaps I can help.
Are you doing anything to get some extra dice?
I was thinking
how many dice do you
that
have?
if he opened the door, I would try and attune to the ghost field to find out something about the ghosts he might want to know, to offer him a bit of useful information or something like that. I'm trying to...
Like, so open the door and try and attune to the ghosts inside of the door?
I'm trying to impress him enough to trust me with ghost knowledge and better ghost quality, better quality ghost.
That you're
you could reveal that you're a whisper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of trying to like impress him with my whisper skills.
I'll just devil's bargain that for you.
Vicious.
An extra die. This is a sway. It's a sway regardless of
what's. Oh, come on.
well, I mean, I get what you're trying to do, but the attune is going to be incredibly dangerous. So, and the results are not going to be guaranteed safe. And you know this. That's why I'm telling you.
I know. But this is
sure, okay.
I'm like drunk on Ghost Field right now, and
sure.
like
No,
you said like
no. If you want to,
if I was getting a bad enough headache from them through
if you want
the
to attune,
door,
if you want to attune to the, because it's a showy effect. It will show that you are a whisper, and he will be impressed. But you have to survive the attunement to the things. That's it.
Do not die.
Yeah.
Do I want
it's
to?
Not going to it's not going to incinerate you, but it's dangerous.
Okay. Yeah. No. If I knew, it would be like, it could be.
And there's an extra die in it for you.
It's so incredibly dangerous that there's an extra die in it for you if you do it. No,
As
if
in
I'm
you
gonna
will die.
if I'm gonna die, I guess there's no point in my having an extra
You're not gonna die. You're
like,
not gonna die.
But I could be traumatized, is what you're saying.
You have four spots left for harm.
Yep.
So it's not like
I think it'll be fine.
you need to take a
think
level
you should do
4
it.
harm for this to happen, and it's not likely for that to happen.
Okay, I wanna try. It might be a bit of a bad decision, but
So you're gonna linger nearby as he opens the door, and
yeah,
then you're gonna
I'm doing it from a place of like a mix of attempting to show off, get on his good side, but also because I was incredibly swayed by the siren's call of that door. So it's like a personal and like strategic reasons. Like there's multiple reasons why I think she would just do it.
Okay.
Okay, so am I rolling sway or am I rolling
No, you're doing a tune with an
Okay.
extra die.
with an extra die?
It
And
is
it's-
still a desperate roll.
It's desperate and it's
It's a great result.
okay.
Great effect.
Okay.
You're fine. I'm not gonna murder you because
You're gonna
of this.
murder me. I just know it.
No, you can't. It's
This is the
very...
ghost bar all over again. Oh my god. It's okay. Oh no! I rolled really bad. Oh crap.
So
Hi.
the door creaks open. He pulls it open. It's heavy. It's heavier than the other door.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking a step in, and you've got, because the door's so heavy, you've got like a 5-10 seconds in order to do this. And you can already hear that the noise is just intense as the door opens up. You just focus your eyes on the nearest container that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And you are you're overwhelmed but with a sudden calm.
Hmm.
And you see a laboratory, very
Hmm.
nice laboratory, and the ghost seems to be, you seem to be seeing what the ghost is sort of dreaming or thinking about. This is the best thing you can think. And he's wearing there's a figure. It's hard to tell who it is. They're in a lab coat. It has the emblem of the military, of Duskfall's military on it. And a general is standing there, and they are doing tests. And in behind them, there are people trapped in containers. And he takes like a little container, a little vial, and he plugs it into one of the containers, and the person inside, he starts to struggle, and that's when you get yanked out. What is severe? It says you get severe harm. Let me just make sure that I'm making sure that severe. Terrified. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna say that you are shattered.
Okay.
We're gonna call it shattered. That's level 3 harm.
Got it. Shattered. Great. Cool.
And you realize he's got some kind of war criminal in here. Someone who so the revelation that maybe someone is coming to consult with a war criminal who has made terrible advances in technology just rattles you.
Ugh.
And you kind of flash out of the ghost field, and Claudius kind of almost catches you, so, like just puts hands out to grab your elbows to sort of support you, and he says, "You one of them.
Ah, that did not go well.
You didn't do one of them whisper tricks with one of the ghosts in here, did you?"
Well, I was just, I just thought maybe that if I showed you that I could be useful, that you would like me better, and we could be friends
Sorry.
and and talk about oh, is it
Oh, he
is
says,
it like it's
oh,
ugh,
Miss, we're gonna be great friends.
oh, this is not
I
I don't feel very good.
can't believe you plugged right into the.
It's bad. It's bad people. It's no good. It's real bad.
Yeah,
It's
but we're safe out here. We're safe out here. And he like closes the door again, and he helps you to your feet, and the other three of you, if you're there, you see
Yeah.
that she needs some. She's
I
rattled.
guess Milan shuffles over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I go over to help support.
Yeah.
I go
Wow,
lean on. I fully like all my weight is on Tana right now.
I'm
I'm
like-
just like I basically am like half conscious in your arms.
You're
It's a good thing Tana's so strong.
Yeah, my savior. Thank you.
Claudius says your friend here is quite something. I normally have to pay top coin to get a whisper strong enough to survive something like that. Those are the most dangerous ghosts that I have.
Yep.
That's why I keep them in double containment like that. I'm so sorry. I assumed that by the extra protection on the outside door that you'd know that it was. It doesn't matter. You're fine. You made it. No, we're friends. Oh, yeah. No, we're pals now. Look, you get back. You get her somewhere to rest. I'll be over in the next couple of days with the containment.
I would like to go lie down now, please.
Let's get you home.
I just like straight up bridal carry you out of here.
And
Just like, that's enough.
yeah. So we're gonna wrap up here, I think, with you returning back to headquarters with a shattered Sahar who decided to push past sanity a little bit here. And
I have a question about, because she had her spirit bane charm on still, right? Did that like help or hinder, or like have any effect on that?
well, yeah, it was.
I mean, I didn't get possessed.
You weren't.
That's
You weren't.
good.
Yeah, you weren't really wearing it because you had made a fact that you didn't really want to.
Oh no, I said I did.
Oh, you did have the spirit bane charm on.
Yeah, I did say that.
Okay. Well,
because I thought you said it was relieving my headache a little bit. That's why I thought. Maybe I misunderstood.
That's right, yeah. But using it makes it harder for you to communicate. I imagine. Like the ghosts are less interested in you, but it also means your connection is weaker.
So that would like explain part of like why it didn't go well, and she forgot that she had it.
Yeah, I had forgot that. I had thought you weren't wearing it because you wanted to stay attuned. Anyway, what I was trying to get at, and I then came across, is that there's very powerful stuff happening in that room.
Bad room, bad people, bad ghosts.
And your spirit bane charms were chintzy. The one that he gave you, like, may not even work. You know, you still have it, so you can take a look. But yeah, you make your way back. You've arranged a deal with a man who is not dangerous himself, but has made some bad life decisions up until this point. And I think that's where we'll call episode 3 of Blades in the Dark.
Yeah.
Blades in the Dark. Books in the Dark.
There's been no blades in the darks yet.
But lots of booze and booze.
Lots of booze and lots of booze.
Booze and booze in the dark.
Perfect. So, with that being the end of our game, we will go around and say goodbye to everyone. Please let everyone know where they can find you and what cool stuff you're up to and all that jazz. We'll go in reverse order, starting with Basel.
Oh, I'm at Lammergeared on Twitter. And I am an artist. I draw lots of orcs. And I'll be posting a drawing of Milan later. And I also do lots of world building because I'm working on a writing project of my own, but that's not anywhere right now.
Awesome. And Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I am JL_Scroll on Twitter. I'm Starving Soubrette on Twitch and YouTube. I make games and play games. Tomorrow I will be through Haunted Carousel channel, and then on Monday I will be it was just announced that I'll be playing Good Society bi-weekly Thursdays, 6 to 9 PST on Off the Table. We're playing this Sense, Sensibility, and Swordsmanship expansion Greatcast. So if you liked Good Society, that I back, will probably also like this one I'm playing on Off the Table. So check that out.
It's like the last one plus swords and
Yeah.
sorcery.
No sorcery, just
Swords
swords.
and
Lots of like it's like the Scarlet Pimpernel expansion or like Zorro, so like lots of like masked identity, plots, evil plots and stuff, and yeah.
That is very, very fun. That is awesome. Go check out Lauren. I've put everyone's info over in the chat, so check out these people. Jordan.
I'm Jordan. I'm the GM. You can find me on Twitter at Made of Cartoons, and sometimes answering questions and stuff at the Deck of Many. I'm here every other Saturday. I don't think we've got any with Blades of the Dark, and then I don't know if we've got any more Friday night things happening in February, but
not until March.
We got a couple planned for March.
Yeah.
So if there's any, if there are any GM-less games that you are interested in seeing played, you've always wanted to try but you don't know, like send us a message, and we're always looking for new ones. I've got a stack, but if there's some that you want to, or especially recommendations on itch, because we'd love to play stuff that the different creators are making. So
Heck yeah. I've got so many folders of stuff, but I also want more. Never enough games. Allison.
Yeah, all right. I'm Allison, also known as Disco, @_Discosaurus on the Twitters. No current like big projects at the moment, but I will definitely keep y'all in the loop when things come up. Otherwise, I'm just enjoying my time in the game and general internet things.
Heck yeah. I'm Jess, this is my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, if you came in on one of the raids or anything like that, feel free to hit that follow button so you can come back and hang out with us. Next time we are going in the dark with our blades will be Saturday, March 7th. So feel free to come back for that, but also we have lots of other awesome cool stuff here later on tonight. Dustin and I will be going back into Destiny for fun times there. Tomorrow it'll be Borderlands with Slayer, and then like Jordan said, we love running all sorts of GMless prepless games on the channel. If you got any you want to play, let us know, and we will probably try and make that happen. But in the meantime, thank you so much everyone for hanging out. Thank you all for playing. Go check out.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Go check out all these people and all they do. If you are hanging out in the Twitch, it is over in the Twitch chat. If you are checking it out later on the YouTubes, I will put all their info below so you can find them. Because everyone here is very cool, and you should check them out. Yeah, that's it for us for now. Have a good day, and hopefully we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.
Bye.
bye.